Whoa, now that's a smoothie. Praise the Lord, baby Jesus. What do we have here? Oh my God. No trades today, guys. About an hour ago, we wrapped up our trading. I let the live stream go a little bit longer, hoping that maybe something will come together. But I think after about 20-25 minutes into the market open, I realized that there's nothing really moving in terms of our gap and go momentum strategy, which really applies to the first 30 minutes of the market open and including some pre-market trading. So that's just how it is sometimes. Totally fine not to trade. Actually, Tuesday was kind of the same situation, and I forced a few trades, and Tuesday we took 2 small losses, and that takes up a lot of our trades. We only have 9 trades per week, so sometimes it's better to not trade and then use those trades in the future. For example, Wednesday we only had 1 trade, but the market was ripping. It was looking super nice, and I was only able to take 1 trade. So I think Wednesday we could have way made up for the missed opportunities on Tuesday. So, sometimes you have to just, take a step back and kind of appreciate that, today there's nothing going on, and maybe, it gives me more time to do other things. So that's kind of why I went ahead and said, we're done, ended the live stream. I want to take a quick look at the charts just to see what we were looking at today. Maybe think, what could have we done? But also, if we continue to trade for another 30 minutes, were there any opportunities? And remember, every day is a good day when you hit that like button. Really quickly, guys, let's just run through the watch list and what we could have maybe done today. So we weren't really looking at I, so I probably won't talk about it, even though I was kind of watching it for a little bit. We had this huge dip down right here, some consolidation, massive market cap. So I don't know how I really felt about trading it, but there's a good chance we would see some support here. And right with the morning open, we had a huge dip down here and a quick pullback right back up. And this rally wasn't really that strong, 4%. But then again, we had a double bottom right here, and this could have been a little bit better of a potential trade. Again, only 8%. If you had like a perfect entry, perfect exit, it's not really what we're looking for. The morning pull wasn't really that strong, only 10%. I don't know. This is not really a momentum play. And it's really just a lot of guessing going on here. Although I got to give it to it, really nice support here at 650. So, if we wanted to play around a little bit, I think this could have been a good trade, but this isn't really what we're looking for. The next thing we were looking at was INPX, dollar volume today of 4.6 million and market cap 11 million, shares outstanding 100 million. So pretty big amount of shares outstanding. INPX also, I don't even really know what to say about it. This one was the crazy one that was rallying like a maniac yesterday. Let me quickly go to the account, and this is the big dip that we traded. Big run up right here, and let me just zoom in a little bit. Big run up here, quick pullback. We bought the pullback, and then we bounced, and then we sold into the bounce right away. So today I was kind of just looking at it today because I was generally curious what it might do. This was the first one that really just ran heavy, 15%. So if we got aggressive right here in the beginning and we bought on this breakout, this could have been an interesting trade. Basically buying the breakout from this resistance, this pre-market resistance. I think this could have been potentially something. But it was just, the pullback was just so aggressive. I don't think I could have entered this. And then I remember watching here on that first pullback, and this 7% bounce really quickly also could have been something, but I don't know. I would like to see a little bit more structure first than just blindly running into this thing, and now it's selling off. One thing we could have also done, so we ended the live stream around 10 o'clock, and one thing I like to do is buy support line bounces after we had a failed breakout right here. And we had this first bounce right here, small bounce, 3%, but then we had this double bottom where we tested the the bottom. And I think this could have been a pretty good entry. You see big support here, and if you wanted to, you could have waited and bought on the way back up. You would have gave back about 3% profit, but then you probably could have put a limit order here to try to buy the breakout bounce back. And then, there's an 8% rally. So that's something we could have done if we decided to trade another maybe 15 to 30 minutes. Or what you could have done is, wait for this breakout and then wait for this pullback. That's probably something I would have done as well. I love these pullbacks, but look, that's only a 3%, bounce after that area. I don't really think that's something that I personally would want to do. Let's quickly go through the rest as fast as possible. SDRL, we totally were not looking at this one, and $1.9 million volume so far, 176 million market cap, 100 million shares outstanding. Big dip here. This could have been an interesting buy around the 1.5 for sure. Big buying volume, but I don't know, just, even if you had a perfect entry, perfect exit, that's 8% move. What I want to look for are big moves. Something that's gapping up 50%, pulling back maybe 20-30%, and then you're really kicking it. Something that has some major percent change, about 50% plus, getting into the 100 territory, because that thing is making moves anywhere from 20 to 30% moves, right? And if you just can capture a third of that near clear support and resistance, that's what you're looking for, because you don't need those perfect entries and exits. And we have a small account challenge going on right now, and we are limited to the amount of trades we can make. So I don't want to use my trades on something that, with a perfect entry and a perfect exit, we could only make maybe 4% or something like that. This thing now is breaking up to the upside and could be an interesting play, but we're done with trading for today. Let's go check out RAD, R-A-D-E. Now, REITE, this one's pretty cool. We're talking about it a lot today, and I definitely, if I had just a ridiculous amount of trades, unlimited trades, I probably would have bought this on any one of the bigger pullbacks, just because it has, really good news today after it beat earnings. And so we broke out to the upside here, not the biggest volume, but nice little break to the upside, and then a strong pullback, finding some new support here at this $11 where former resistance was, and then just kind of pulled up pretty consistently, 13%. I mean, pretty nice rally, but large market cap. I don't know. Yeah, this would have been not exactly what I look for, but there's definitely a lot of trading opportunities. And again, if we had unlimited trades, I would probably look for any of these 2% moves. So I would definitely trade something like this. That's a 4% bounce right here. It's a clear support line right here at $12. So trading that support bounce and cutting losses around $11.90 or something like that, and just riding that for a 40% gain. I mean 40 cent gain on the share. So something like that is definitely what I would look into. But again, we have one trade today. So what is that trade going to be? And it wasn't going to be RAD. PRTK. This one also up on some good news, $46 million volume so far, pretty nice. 126 million market cap, 33 million shares outstanding. Again, this is pretty good. This is when we were really watching it. I was looking for a potential buy here near this support zone, this double bottom. We never ended up doing that. Then here is just kind of like fizzling. I never really felt super comfortable about it. This bounce would have been pretty nice. This could have been a quick 3%, but yeah, again, where is this going? I don't know. It's gapping up. It's definitely overextended. It is, though, in that category we're looking for, 100% rally. That's a big rally, and then a pretty healthy pullback, but a little overextended. I don't know. The daily chart is just, it keeps getting rejected when it gets close to this 180-day moving average, which we touched. So it didn't have me super stoked. HSDT, I feel like today I'm a broken record, because all these moves were just kind of similar. This one pre-market was looking nice, 100% rally, and then a healthy pullback. Now here's what I didn't really like about this one. It's that dollar volume, $2.8 million volume. 18 million market cap is nice. Shares outstanding 25 million, also pretty nice. The big problem really comes with this morning it just continued selling off, and there wasn't really a lot of attention here. Yeah, it kind of also lost me. Now this would have probably been an interesting time to look into trading it, is when we had this spike down, and then the next one we had a big green candle up. So that's right here. We had a spike down, green candle up, and now we are going in a different direction. We hit this shoulder right here and then have a pullback, but then find support and bounce it to the upside. Now there's a clear change in direction. So even if you miss this whole move, which is a pretty big move, this is a 28% move. Mind you, this is hard to trade with a big account, so I try to avoid these things. But finding some really nice support in here, and then starts breaking to the upside. So buying a break here to the upside around 10-15 would have been really interesting. Again, this is a big move, 17-20%. These are the kind of the percentages we're looking at. But this time, the dollar volume was just not really there. But here you can see 0.6 was the big turning point, and that's the big support. So, you know, if you wrote this one, this could have been a really nice trade. But yeah, kind of missed that one. Yayo didn't really do anything today. And let's check out a few of these that we were watching. We were watching BNGO for quite some time. This one was called out in the chat room. We were looking to possibly buy it here at 105, 106, 107. This would have been, when it crashed that and found support, this would have been the trade. Again, though, 5% on this one, just really not that interesting. This one was up on a big partner deal with the Mayo Clinic, former runner too, but just maybe tomorrow. I could see this one maybe running tomorrow if it finds support, but a lot of sellers coming in there. CBIO looking pretty good, and everything was there. $73 million volume, 85 million market cap, 12 million shares outstanding. So I mean, this one really is fitting the criteria. Perfect price as well. The thing is, big buyers in the beginning, but then just sells off right away. Kind of geeked me out a little bit here. But then it had this red to green move, and this is when at maybe 9:30, 9:40, I should have started maybe paying attention to it. Especially after this pull up. So around 9:50, we had this pull up and then a pull back. So buying on this pullback near former support around 608 could have been a really interesting move. This thing ran 13%. So I think this was probably the one today that maybe I should have put a little bit more attention to. It just wasn't on my watch list this morning. It was shouted out in the chat room, so I didn't feel super comfortable with trading it, but you know, I should have looked up the news a bit quicker, noticed that, you know, there was something here. This one thing was breaking out, really nice gap up, big green day. I mean, this thing really fit all of our notes. So, you know, gapping up 50%, then pulling back, really healthy, around 20% right here, finding support around 8:27 a.m. And, you know, just, yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, this is kind of what we're looking for, and now it's really running. So I think this one, CBIO, was probably one of the better ones today. And then just very, very quickly, INO. This one was a little thickly in the morning, pulled back, but then, so this one's $11.5 million volume, 329 million market cap, 100 million shares outstanding. So it's a little bit on the higher end and not that much volume today, but it is breaking out right here. Let's go quickly to the long-term chart. You can see this big area where it finally broke out from. So big resistance here. And then again, right here as well at the 2.76. Let me just go ahead and mark this area as well. So yeah, this one broke out, and I think this was more of a technical play and just kind of crept away from us. But, you know, big opening volume, this is what I like to see. This one just kind of missed our radar till it was way too late. And we didn't notice this one till it was called out in the chat room right around here when it was already, actually, no, that's not true. I think right around here when it was potentially pulling back, or was that around 10? Yeah, that was around 10. Sorry, guys, I got this all mixed up. But you could watch the live stream and see when I check it out. I ended the live stream around 10, so this is when it was kind of called out. It was called out right at the end, and I was already like, oh, this thing's probably over. So I just wasn't paying attention to it, unfortunately, because this one did do a pretty good job. Now it's kind of holding its highs pretty well. This bounce was, you know, 6%, pretty cool bounce. But yeah, I don't know. What I like about this one, big volume to the upside, selling volume very weak, and then just continues rally. I wish this one we watched the whole thing, because this one could have been a really nice trade. But still, you know, if you got that whole move, that's only 20%. So somehow, like, it was just a lot of weak moves today, which is, you know, fine. But that's why I didn't pull the trigger on anything. There was nothing right out of the gate that was looking amazing. Nothing really moving. Just kind of like a lot of stuff doing okay. Yeah, also very choppy. So I paused off today. It was a little too choppy. That's just how it is sometimes. So I will see you guys then tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in for the live stream. I hope you guys found some value in this trade recap on why I didn't trade today. And yeah, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. I'll see you again tomorrow. Till then, ciao, ciao.